Right. Camera wasn't working for a second. I don't know what that was about. Hello everyone. Just give me one sec. We're back. Okay. Hello. I realized I'm not 100% prepared for this, but we're gonna do our best. Hello, Crow. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. If you wouldn't mind sharing the stream to the server, that'd be appreciated. Let's see if I can get some background music going on in here. Get this closer to the... There we go. I got a new setup also. If you guys haven't seen it yet, it's pretty sick. New desk, new chair. Let's just bring up some music, shall we? Nice little what am I looking for? Lo-fi? Nice little lo-fi mix. Lo-fi. How's that? Sorry, just gonna knock you guys around for a quick sec. I don't know if you guys can hear that. You might be able to. Just wait for some people to join in. Yeah, so we've got the Blackluster Soldier plastic model kit. It's gonna be a fun time, I think. If you guys are watching this after the live, I appreciate you guys. Don't fret about not being here. You guys can always catch the next one. Just give me 1 second. Can I pause this? Just a sec. Try not to knock the... Alright. It's not saying... Well, there's my chat. Hello. It just hasn't updated yet. Looks like I don't have any viewers. My day's been good. Thank you, Crow. Hello, Egg. Thanks for joining. Can you guys hear the music? There it is. Now it says there's 2 people in here. Let me know if you guys can hear the music. I got some lo-fi playing. You can? Alright, perfect. Let's... And, Egg, if you could ping the server, send it around. Haven't seen Audrey in a hot minute, so if you want to send it to her. Alright, you can hear the music. Perfect. Is it too loud, or is it just right? I don't want it to drown me out too much. It's more there for like a background. That might be perfect. It's just right? Alright, I'll actually turn it up a teeny bit. Here we go. Before I get started, actually, I want to show you my setup, Crow. I don't know if you've seen it yet. It is in the server, but I did get a new setup, so let's take this. Here's the desk. All my figurines up there. There's another model kit I'm working on right now. But I wanted to do this, guys, this one just for you guys because it's a Yu-Gi-Oh product and we do Yu-Gi-Oh here. So I thought I could take the time to try to, or take the opportunity rather, to combine my two hobbies, my two favorite hobbies together and bring you guys model kits while also catering to Yu-Gi-Oh fans, which should be fun. Also for this occasion, I did go ahead and buy some new sanding sticks. The ones I was using were just some cheap generic ones off Amazon. These are actual God Hand Japanese model kit sanding sticks, specifically for stuff like this. And as well, we got a new parts nipper, a God Hand SPN 120 version 5 star. This is the best nipper tool on the market in Japan. So we're going to be in good God hands with these. And I decided to wait to open them until I did the stream. So let's take a look at what we have. Very excited to get this started. We might not do it all in one stream because something like this usually takes me 3 hours, and I don't know if I will feel like going all the way until 10. But we'll see. If I pick up a good rhythm, but I will be reading chat a lot and talking to you guys, so this might be a 2 or 3 stream endeavor, which isn't terrible. That sticker is... I don't know why I just don't use my knife. That's a tough sticker right there. All right, here it is. Feels good in the hand. Spring loaded. It's got blades, pretty nice. Steel feels good quality. Not gonna break on me. Very nice, very beautiful. Love to see it. That God Hand logo is printed very nicely. We've also got a sleeve to protect it, to keep it from rust, which is a problem I have with my previous nipper tool. This is a Bandai branded one. You can see it's got some wear in there. It is very much dulled. But this one got me through the better part of a year, and it still looks cool. So maybe I'll still use it today. Just for the more cutting the parts out rather than detailing with this. Here is not really much. There's the old sanding sticks I talked about. Etching tool in case I want to do some etching. I don't think I will though. I should get some extra X-Acto blades though. That would be nice. How did your guys' week go? I had work. I was on nights. It was not fun. Especially because last 2 days were really slow running. I like using these small edge blades. This week was really busy with assignments and exams. Yeah, it's getting to the end of the fall season, so you'll have your exams before the semester runs out for Christmas. All right, and what did you think of the setup, Crow? I don't know if you caught it. I can go over it once more if you want me to. No problem. Oh, I didn't even show you the PlayStation. Yeah, I can show you again. This week's been busy. Yeah, you told me about it, Egg. You worked a 15-hour day that one time. It's crazy. All right, let's go over this again. Setup's amazing. Thank you, thank you. Ignore the paint chipping on the wall. I had to pull posters down. But yeah, it's I'm really proud of it. My dad's expanding the business after all. That's great. That's great. Got more figurines over there. There's a Zorro. Chainsaw Man. Some Funko Pops over there. The monitor. Speakers. You got your subwoofer down there. Cable management is not pretty, but it's way better than what I had before. There's the PlayStation. Yeah, I'm really happy with what I've done here. All right, let's get started. Here we have our instruction manual. Assembly instructions. I know how to do all these though. It's not my first rodeo. Making a model kit. Let's see what we have in store for us. Oh, it's all in color too. Oh, most of it's in color. I like that a lot when model kits do it in color. It just makes it seem more easy to understand. Oh, not most of it. Only this page is colored. Unfortunate. Only the back half, actually. The back side is all colored. So here's the kind of stuff we can do. We can store the shield on the back. He's got a sword. Very cool. I'm looking forward to this. Alright. If anybody's just joining the stream now, I'd like to welcome you. Sit back, relax. We can talk life, we can talk Yu-Gi-Oh, model kits, hobbies, whatever you guys want. I'll try to see your chats as soon as I can. I will be distracted a little bit after all, but I'll do my best to be a good streamer. Will this fit in here? It should. There we go. Alright. Get the sword blade here. Very nice how it's not just a flat gray and it's actually like metallic. What a fierce vibe to ferociously exercise to. Is that what you said? What a lovely chill vibe to ferociously exercise to. You love to see it. I'm glad my voice is putting you in the mood. Alright, we got some clear red parts for the hair. Yeah, they like all have a... Oh, I love that. Hold up. I thought looking at the images, this was like a custom metallic paint job. No, all the plastic is like a metallic color. You can see that, right? Or am I crazy? We got some stickers that they won't use. I call Gundam and model kit stickers ERs because they don't stick to anything. Yeah, it takes a real clever one to come up with that. But yeah, they're all metallic, except for like the inner frame parts. But you don't ever see that. Yeah, even the blue, really pretty metallic color. This is gonna be so sick when it's done. There's his face. It doesn't look like it should be that hard. You might actually be able to do it in one stream. Got those. These parts. Alternate hands. I love to see it. We have 3 separate hands, which is weird. Unless the rest are on this plate. No. Okay, it looks like he can only... Huh. We'll figure it out. How's the stream quality? Is it good? Is it too fuzzy? Be honest. Don't glaze me just because we're friends. Stream is good? Okay. I'll believe you. The quality stepped up significantly. Yeah, because I'm on a better phone, so it probably... You know what I can do to make it better? I can just set the stream quality of my music to 240, so I'm using up less bandwidth. Because all that matters is the audio. You don't need the video. Audio still good, or should I turn it up a bit? Oh yeah, that's a vibe. All right, let's begin. Looks like we're going to be starting with plate A. Let's go ahead and grab that. Plate A. I think it's going to be this one. Nope. It's going to be the multicolored one. Okay. Starting with A9 and A25. All right. Ooh, whoa. Hold up. I gotta test the difference. Oh yeah, that was a huge difference. This one cuts like butter. My goodness. Holy crap. All right. Oh, that's amazing. No nub mark either. That's a clean cut. And A25. 25. This one. Yeah, I can definitely tell the difference between using the two. The only thing I'm going to have to get used to is the grip, because I'm used to the thick handles on this one. Hold up. Sorry for jiggling you. Gotta text somebody. I'm live. Join us. I'll talk to her when she gets in here. See, I usually like lean right in. Gotta. Can you guys see that? Not very well. It's kind of blurry. Andrew's at work. Andrew's at work. He won't be able to join. Damn, indeed. I think he knew I was going to try to go live today because I talked about it. Ah, we have a face. Handsome lips. What? you need A, 14, and 26. You gotta do more streams like this? I'd really like to, yeah. There's so many more Yu-Gi-Oh! Type model kits out there that I'd like to build. I have two others. I have that Dark Magician Girl and the Exodia. I can pull them down real quick. Here's the Dark Magician Girl. Really cute. The only thing is that her panties are white. Which they should be blue. Because all the other Dark Magician Girl figures I have, they're blue. This one's big. I gotta pull it off. This one is really, really cool. It's not the most complicated kit I've built, but it's definitely one of the coolest ones. Got Exodia. I'm gonna go in there with some of this. Hold up. So if you can see, he's got all these divots and gravels that are uncolored. All those lines, right? Those are called panel lines. And what you can do to enhance the look of a figure is introduce some panel line accent. So this, I don't know if you can hear, I can show you. It's like a inky black liquid. And it dries really fast. And you just wipe off the excess of the, actually, I can show you how it's done, actually. I'll find a figure that could use some. Okay, this will work. Here we have the entry grade RX 78, or 87, my bad. I've already gone ahead and engraved it a little bit. So certain areas, for example, I'm trying to find a good area. I mean, that works. Why not? Go ahead and grab your accent, wipe it off, and you come here. See, it kind of fills up that line. Don't worry about the excess, because you can wipe it off. You give that a second. Then you grab a Q-tip. You just wipe the extra off. You're supposed to have rubbing alcohol too. I suppose that's not the best example of how it works, but that little extra bit of black does stand out compared to it not being there. And that's not the best example. It stands out the best when you put it in those little grooves, like on the Exodia one, which maybe I'll do that on stream. I'll panel line the Exodia on stream. This guy might actually look really good on the desk, so I'm going to keep him here. It's a cute little thing. Let's put him right there. All right, back to the kit. 26 and 14. If any of you guys have any questions about building model kits, I'd be happy to answer. Tell you where you can get started. It's a really easy hobby to get into, and surprisingly inexpensive when it comes to buying the kits themselves. It's the tools and the accessories that can cost you a lot. It's a little loud. There we go. Was it 14? Yeah, this one. Hey, Audrey, what's up? Long time no talk. Sorry we haven't had a chance. You've both been busy, I bet, though. I have. There we go. Not a whole lot working on the weekends. Not bad. I don't work weekends. I haven't worked a weekend. Well, I did do a weekend overtime once, which was probably one of the biggest mistakes of my life. Other than a few other things that I don't really need to mention for the stream. Yeah, I don't work weekends because I'm on a rotation. There was an option at work to do on my line specifically, because I work in a steel plant, if you guys didn't know that. I know my close friends in the chat right now will know, but if you're not that close of a friend to me yet, and you're just a casual viewer, I work in a steel manufacturing plant and processing plant. And I work on the pickling line, which is, when referring to steel, pickling is the process of running it through hydrochloric acid to clean it, take out all the rust and the dirt. And we were behind, still are behind in production, even though we're the most productive line in the plant, but we're also down the most. So we make the plant the most money is the easiest way of saying that. And okay, how do I this into here? Sorry, you guys can't see that. And then this on top. Swoopy part down. Yeah. All right, there we go. We have a face started. There was an option because we were behind to do overtime on the weekends, which would be just Saturday, Sunday, but 12, 13-hour shifts. Not 12, 13 hours, 12 to 13-hour shifts. What am I building? I'm glad you asked, Audrey. We are building the Bandai Blockbuster Soldier model kit. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I love building model kits, and I love Yu-Gi-Oh! So I figured a good opportunity to join the two would be to build one of these on stream. I got some new snipping tools. I got some new sanding sticks. We haven't needed them yet because these are really clean cut. Like I could probably, oh my god. That's like dangerous to slice your thumb open. A3 and A2. All right, so this one I'm using to just clip the part out, and this I'm using to get all the little nubs off for a cleaner cut. Because if I use this, it would leave stress marks. I have this one here. I wonder if you can see any. Okay, you can see one perfectly right here. That little white mark in there. You guys see that? The camera just needs to focus properly. Right in there, there's like a little white mark. You can also see one there. You can kind of see it. Yeah. They're not really noticeable if you're not looking at them, or if you don't know what to look for. But, those are called, there's more here. Right there. That's a nub stress mark. That's what's happening when I use these. So what I'm doing, and what most model kit builders do, they use cheap or damaged nippers to actually clip the part out, and then use new, sharper ones to actually take off the nubs as to reduce stress marks. I also have a knife that I can use to scrape off any extra that I might not get with the nippers. A2 and A3. Be sure not to cut the pegs off. I do know that. So we're gonna go boom. Yeah, that's tough. 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. Audrey, did you see my new setup? I put it on my Instagram. But I can show you right now. It's not a big deal. Yeah, look at that. No stress mark whatsoever on there. Yeah, you did. It looks awesome. Thank you. It's also in the Discord, too. Speaking of Discord, if you guys are watching and you have not yet joined the Discord, join it in my channel description and also any other video other than this one, but it will have it when it's uploaded. I am just... Oh, I really don't want to damage the part. Hold up. Okay, I see it. There we go. Yeah, no stress mark whatsoever. That's just a little extra meat that we just can scrape off ever so gently. We can even come to our sanding sticks for the first time. We'll start with 600 grit. Let's see how these work. Go up to an 800 and then 1,000. Looks pretty good to me. I think I need a new blade. This one's really struggling for me. Sorry if the camera keeps unfocusing. Apologies. I'm just going off my phone for this stream. It's a very sloppy setup, I know. Yeah, so going back to work, I had the option to do weekend shifts with 13-hour-long shifts. And I was like, oh, no, screw you, buddy. No, thanks. I'll go without. Don't wanna. Don't want that on the floor where the cats can get at it. 13-hour shifts, oh God. Yeah. No, thank you. I have done a 10-hour shift at that place before. It was during Christmas. And we had an option for overtime. Don't think she's heard about your shifts yet? Yeah. Audrey, if you don't think your body could handle a 13-hour shift, wait till you hear about the shift Egg had the other day. It was 16 hours long. 16. do this, and this. How does that go? Oh wait, I see. Or what? I'm supposed to have another one. Yeah. Life of the working man. Not easy. Someone's got to do it, right? I'm having a good time. How about you guys? I'm enjoying talking with you. And again, I'll say, if you're catching the stream after it's already uploaded and you're watching the VOD, don't feel upset or bummed out that you missed the stream. You can always catch the next one. We'll love to have you here. Join the Discord. You'll be notified every time I go live. Oh, there we go. Oh my. That's coming along. Look at that. It's cool. I love the horn. I just saw something. Did you guys see it? Did you see it? On the left side of the door frame, barely visible on camera, a white translucent blob slowly creeps into frame. Ha, farting on my roommate's door. Also, based on the way my face is positioned next to my phone, is this working as like an ASMR? I can do an ASMR voice if you want me to. You're ruining my tough guy personality. Who's a good boy? Me! We need E1, E1, 2, 3, and D21. So, we're getting into the gold now. E1 and D. There we go. Oh, this is going to be so sick when it's done. It's going to be so awesome. Yes. E1, 2 and E1, 3. These little guys here. No, make it easier on me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Careful. There we go. What are y'all saying in chat? Please, no ASMR voice? Okay. I love that. I still love that video where the mom, like it's a TikTok clip. The mom is like, hey guys, today we're doing the emoji challenge. I'm with my son. I work at 11:30 to 4 tomorrow. Remember, only work part-time. Yeah, you should really try to get a hold of a full-time position. It just opens up so many doors for you financially. I just lost that piece somewhere. Hopefully the cats don't find it before I do. The TikTok clip of the mom, it's like, hey guys, today we have my son and we're doing the emoji challenge. Today we're doing whipped cream. And then she puts the whipped cream in her mouth and then the kid slaps an egg on her head and screams into the mic. Oh, it cracks me up every time. Ah! The fucking face he makes. Priceless. Let me know what your guys' Thanksgiving plans are. We're having my aunt over tomorrow for dinner. And she's sleeping over, so I'll be on the couch. Which means she can log on to my PlayStation if she wants. She doesn't know the password. But what was Audrey saying there? Try talking to my manager about it. She doesn't think I'm capable of working by myself yet, but I'm showing a lot of improvement. That's good. Also, I remember when you told me that you were switched from busser to hostess, you called it a demotion. I wouldn't necessarily call it a demotion because you were so new, and I doubt it was like any less pay, no? So it's not really a demotion, more like a relocation, now that I think more about it. Regardless, what was I saying? I don't know, I have ADHD. I'm just like Deadpool. And I'm Canadian. Coincidence? I think not. Hey there, Canada. It's me, Ryan Reynolds. Terrible impression. You're welcome for saving the MCU. Yeah, it was to help me learn table numbers? Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's perfect. Amazing. The joys of having dogs, you don't have to worry whether or not your dog will find a piece you dropped. You have to find... No, they'll find it. It's a matter of who gets to it first. Exactly. Well, I don't usually let my cats in my room if I'm not here. And if I do let them in my room, I'm very watchful because I have a lot of things that they might want to get into that they can knock over. That's fragile, like my figurines and my model kits. So... most of the time, my door's just closed anyway. Like, it's closed now. I close it when I'm streaming or recording, unless I'm home alone. Then I do it naked. You have them all memorized. Yay! Alright, so maybe now you can move on to bussing again. Oh, I said the funny. I said the thing. Am I hip with the kids? I said bussin'. Have I shown you Death by Puppies video? No, but I'll look at it later if you send it to me. D21. D21? That's the 9 plus 10 number. I remember that. You guys remember that? Remember Vine? You guys remember Vine? No, I didn't say bussin'. I did though. I gotta keep the 8-year-olds in chat entertained. Otherwise, I won't keep their attention. Wow, that is... After feeling how smooth this one cuts, cutting through these with this is so much more strenuous. Like, it's like my hand is already adapted to the little pressure I need with these. Like, these were really good when I got them. It's just that, you know, they've rusted a bit. They've worn out. I've used them to build like probably 5 or more model kits since. And it can get a little damp in my room. So it's a given that they'll rust. But luckily I have a protective sleeve now. We can protect this. And this was $77. So you bet your ass it better. You bet your ass I'll be upset if it gets damaged quickly. So yeah, like I said before, if anybody in chat has a question about model kits, I'd be happy to help answer your questions, because it's a really simple hobby to get into. It's not like high effort. Like, it looks like a lot, right? Like something like this seems like a lot to someone who is not inside the hobby, especially because it's not even done yet. I still got like all its accessories to finish, but it's a really, like, if you don't mind working like little tedious things like this, oh, I did a stupid. I got too far ahead of myself because I was making that Ryan Reynolds joke. This has to come off. Oh, Lord. This was supposed to go on last. Shit. Uh-oh. Chat. Ah. No. Oh, what was that? Don't build model kits, but they look freaking awesome. If it's small parts, it takes a while. Nope, definitely not for me. I'm impatient. Well, that's what these are for. These are entry grade. Yes, that little yellow piece is a separate part, which that is probably one of the smallest pieces I've ever handled. But these are really few pieces. This was probably like maybe 150 or less. So those are really good starting models. That's why they're called entry grades. They're for like young kids or people who are new to the hobby who want to get an easy start. I, for one, did not start on the entry grade or the next grade up from that or the next grade up from that. I started on the highest standard grade you can possibly get. That's not perfect grade, which is master grade. I started on master grade. But I guess because I have, like, ever since I was a kid, I had an affinity for puzzles. So did them all the time with my grandma and my grandpa back at their old farmhouse. Oh, I got it. Oh, please don't be broken. Please don't have broken pegs. Please. We broke a peg. Shit. It's alright. We'll just glue the rest of it in place. Maybe we can just force this in. There we go. We broke it, chat. We broke it. I blame you guys. You distracted me. Kidding. Oh, it's not going back in, is it? There we go. Oh. I had to bite that in place. It's not going nowhere, though. I won't need to glue it. Looks good. Only my lighting was better. For the camera, at least. Master grade? That's not good. Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. This is the first model kit I've ever built. And it is a little sloppy. But you will immediately recognize it. This is the Master Grade version 2.0 RX 87, which is the upgraded version of this. They're the same unit, the same robot. This is just a couple grades up. And there's actually a Master Grade 3.0 that came out recently, which I kind of want to get a hold of because it looks really nice. But yeah, and you can see my panel lining job is a little messy. It's also dirty because it's been on the back of my shelf for like 3 years. But this was a really fun build to do this one for my first. Yeah, it looks cool. So because this was my first time, I think it might have taken me like, I don't know, 10, 12 hours. Not consecutively, though. I did this over the course of a few days. In like 3-4 hour sessions. Sometimes 2. So yeah, it might have taken me a week to put it together because it was my first time. But my dad and I did one that took us 16 hours just because of the sheer absurdity of the thing. I've seen a bit egg. And it's dirty, and it's... The stickers are peeling, even though it looks really, really good. I love this thing. This took my dad and I 16 hours. This thing here. Crazy. I still have this as a sticker. I might as well just like take the sticker off and go at it with like a gold Sharpie. Yeah, and it's essentially 2 figures in one because all these panels collapse. Now, it's been a while since I've had to do this. All these panels collapse, so it like reveals the pink underneath when he's transformed. This is like his super mode. Ah, shit. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've done this, can you tell? Oh. Oops. I had the collapsible one. Yeah, all of these, like... Yeah, this one was super complicated. And they're like all legs too. Their legs are really long. Not that I mind long legs though. They look sexy. It's just this thing is stuck. I don't like tugging on that though. There we go. And you get the idea. Not gonna waste any more time on that. I'll fix it later. All right. We'll go to D19 and A15. Oh. A15. Oh, this little thing. Look at that. That's a piece. Lost it. I don't feel like I need to tidy it up at all. It kind of just tidied up its own. Yeah, I said earlier we might be able to get it done in one stream. That's not happening. I've already been live for an hour and we've barely finished the head. I don't mind though. We can do it over multiple streams. It's not a big deal. Easier to digest that way. People would rather watch, like 4 or 5 1-hour-long videos rather than one 5-hour-long video. But also, it makes it easier to watch. I don't know. What do you guys find would be easier? Watching one 5-hour-long video all in one sitting, or watching 5 1-hour-long videos at like separate times of the day, or once a day? I'm curious to know. That looks good. That piece does feel a little loose. Might need to go at it with some glue later. A 10 and 11. We're putting his hair on. 10 and 11. Oh, so yeah, back to Thanksgiving. My aunt is coming over tomorrow for a sleepover and dinner. Then Sunday, we're going to a county fair. Should be fun. This county fair happens every year, every Thanksgiving weekend. I think the only thing that broke that streak was COVID, but COVID did that to a lot of things. I wish I had hair this beautiful. Look at this. Awesome. And that plugs back in here. Look at that. Little ponytail. Ponytail action. Oh, there's more. Great. Even more ways to make me jealous. Curse you, Blackluster Soldier! You forgot we celebrate Thanksgiving in October. We Americans have Halloween too. Look forward to, even though you don't participate. Yeah, me neither. Last time I actually dressed up for Halloween was 2022. It's when I was Denji from Chainsaw Man. E14, A12. I'm just gonna use these, honestly. For these soft. The red is like a softer material because it's like the hair, so it's sharp. What was it? A12. Oh my goodness, that really just slices through it. Oh my goodness. And E14. There goes another part. There's no reason to celebrate Halloween anymore because there's not a lot of younger kids in my neighborhood. Yeah, there's no kids in my neighborhood at all. There's like a couple, but they're all like rotten little brats. So I wouldn't even enjoy giving candy to them, even if I was paid. Actually, the neighbors' kids to our left are really good, really well behaved. But the other kids in the neighborhood, not so much. Sorry, not sorry. Your kid's a little shit. I will not apologize on that genuinely. Because there's a one neighbor kid who rode on my bus. Most of the kids are high schoolers now. Yeah. That's what happens with time. E5. E4. My god, look how tiny this piece is. One kid that went on my bus, he I don't know what his problem was. And obviously you can't blame him too much because I'm pretty sure he had like a learning disability or some kind of social disability, which I obviously won't hate on. But there's a level of bad behavior you really can't excuse sometimes. Like, I get it, like if you're anxious on the bus and you're sitting there, you know, freaking out and screaming, it's like how a kid screams and freaks out on a plane. Like, that's just a given. But to the point where you punch people for no reason, like, and I'm not even kidding, this kid wailed on a girl, like, passenger on the bus. I think it was one of his classmates. And when I say wailed on her, I mean he cocked that shit back so hard. I saw it. He pulled his hand back to slap her, like, oh my god, I can't even explain. It was like one of the scariest things I've ever seen a kid do. Yeah. Maybe it's because he was a redhead. He is a redhead. I'm joking. Well, he was a redhead. But he reeled his fist back like he was defending himself. Like, imagine, like, a pimp slap is like a backhand thing, but like you wind it up. Now imagine that, but front hand. That's how this kid hit this girl. And she starts screaming. The bus driver, she was a completely... You're a redhead? Well, you're one of the good ones. Not all redheads are the same. Oh, wait, I still need that plate. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, the bus driver, she was no idea what was going on. All she hears is just this kid, like this poor girl scream. And I'm getting off the bus. This is right at my stop. I'm getting off the bus. And I see it happen. So in one quick moment, it was slap, she screams, I turn, and I go, "Hey, what was that for?" I said his name. And over the screaming, and probably me shouting at him that startled him, he started screaming too. And the bus driver must have confused it for me yelling at both of them. And she's like, "Why are you screaming at those kids? What's your problem?" And I said, "He just pimp slapped her. Like, boom!" And then he was caught and he started, well, I don't think it was me shouting at him that startled him. It was the fact that someone caught him. And the immediate guilt just set in. And it's like, oh, you're a kid. You get caught doing something you know you shouldn't be doing. You just cry. Cry to get your way. This kid was probably raised on Caillou, even though that show was far beyond his time. Just cry and whine and moan to get whatever you want. That's why future parents watching this video, young kids between the ages of 3 and 5, don't show Caillou to your kids. Don't let your kids watch Caillou. That is probably the worst thing that you can let your kids watch. Like the worst. The worst thing you can make your kids watch. And kids shows nowadays, some of them make a noble effort to be educational, but they put entertainment over education, which people would consider those things to be mutually exclusive, but they're not. You can be educational and be entertaining, but they put education behind the entertainment. It's like, we're entertaining you first, but we're also teaching you. But I prefer the teaching method where we teach you, but we're also keeping you interested by making it fun and interactive, and like there's an actual personality connected to the person you're learning from, which is why I liked growing up with Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and stuff like that. That's like one of the greatest shows you can ever show your kids. Sorry, I let the camera go out of focus again. Yeah, and I'm not a parent. Not that I know of anyway. There is a line that you have to draw with letting your kids be exposed to certain things. And even though I'm not a parent yet, I still know what is considered to be enriching content for children, which is why YouTube is also a terrible way to educate and raise your kids, because of it's been mostly taken care of over the last couple of years, but some kids content are just like on YouTube are predatory and like really creepy. Like if you guys remember the ElsaGate stuff that was going around a few years ago, like that shit was so terrifying. Like I wouldn't even watch it out of like morbid curiosity, because that is just actually disturbing stuff, and they're marketing it off as kids. So they see things like, oh, Spider-Man and Elsa must be for kids, let them watch it, and then they do, and it's the most disgusting, depraved fetish shit you can imagine. Anyway, the head's done. Looks really good. How long will the chest take? Oh, not long at all. We'll do the chest and then we'll call it there. You watched Caillou as a kid? Yeah. Caillou. I'm pretty sure that's how it was spelled. Yeah, that is probably the worst thing you can ever show your kids. B and D. Are those the only? An A, E. Oh, we're getting a little bit of everything. Mostly B and D to start, though. B6, D2, and 4. Other things I grew up watching were stuff like Little Einsteins. That's a really good one to teach your to show your kids. And Baby Einstein extensively. Those are like, even though I was born in 02, those two things go back to like the 90s, but that's the kind of stuff they told parents at the time, which would have been my parents, to show their kids, because it was enriching and nurturing rather than mindless brain rot. D2 and 4. Yeah, kids these days, I know I sound old just saying this. Kids these days just will never get it. They have everything when it comes to entertainment and stimulation handed to them from the internet. Yeah, those shows would have been outside of your time too, Audrey. What was I saying? Crap. Oh yeah, kids have it so easy these days. All their entertainment and all of everything they could ever want is just handed to them by the internet. And I didn't have internet growing up. We couldn't even dream of having internet the way we were growing up. And now that I'm glad we do, but I'm glad I grew up in a home where we had to find our own fun, and education came in the form of PBS and Discovery, or whatever the non-cable equivalent of Discovery was. You was allowed to have a phone until you were 13 or 14. Yeah, I'm the same. First time I got a phone with a plan, I was 14 going on 15. And but I was allowed to have hand-me-downs without SIM cards, just for games. So I had to rely on like offline games like Minecraft and stuff. But my brother and I, we were like, we would just like do whatever, like just wrestle in the backyard, find cool sticks, kick a ball around. First phone was a flip phone. My God. Yeah, I was still lucky enough to get a Samsung 3 was my first phone. Couldn't make calls on it, couldn't text, but I could still get on the internet, which was fine enough for me. Up until then, it was Nintendo DS and a Acer tablet, which I bought with my own money. The first electronic device I ever really owned that was new. was something I bought with my own money. Which, you know, when you're like 13 and you buy your first tablet or something like that, you're really proud of yourself, which I was. Play Nintendo with my cousins a lot. Yeah, the DS was probably one of my favorite things growing up. Because my brother and I, we would play Pokemon Black and White 2 all the time. Sorry if I go off camera. I'm not used to holding my parts like this. I usually just have them down here or right in front of me like this. Played Super Mario Bros. Yeah, we had new Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo DS. We still have our Wii. Our first Wii we still have. Still have our PS2 Slim. I have a PlayStation 3 Fat Edition with the Spider-Man text, which is cool. Now I have a PS5. And a laptop that's not worth a crap anymore. Now we just do the other side. D8, D3, B5. Your grandma bought it for me? The first electronic you ever owned was an iPod. I also had an iPod. This was the year that the iPod 5 came out. And everybody wanted one. Like, all my friends, well, they weren't my friends, because I didn't have any in elementary school. Or I didn't have many. Oh, found it. But that's what I asked for my birthday, because my DS was starting to fail. It wasn't charging properly. It would shut off at random times. And my birthday came around, and I don't even remember how old I was at this point. I think it might have been 11, 12 maybe younger. Maybe, yeah, 10 or 11 sounds right. And bless my parents, they did what they could. What they got me was an iPod 1, a refurbished iPod 1. And I was really excited to get it. But it had a really hard time connecting to the internet because it was so slow and old. When you were 6, god damn. I had a Game Boy when I was 6. Not really well focused anymore. It's trying to focus on my hands, not the actual part. You could say you were spoiled. I've seen way more spoiled kids than that. Trust me. Nowadays, you can't go out into public without seeing a 2-year-old with an iPod or with an iPhone or whatever in his hands. Yeah, that's crazy. Just giving a piece of technology like that to a kid, or giving them access to it, someone that young. They can't even, like, understand the concept of money, let alone object permanence yet. Why are you giving them a phone? It's just crazy to me. It's like you put their tablet behind your back and they think it's gone forever until you pull it back out again. It's like, my God, it's not something that you need to be giving to little kids. F227 and A8. Oh my God. Doesn't charge though, you keep it for good time's sake. Yeah, the little iPod. Yeah. I was gonna say, oh my God, look how small this piece is. There we go. Okay, that's good. F27 was it? Yeah. I was saying something before. What was it? Wow. I'd like to see a supercut of how many times in this stream I said, what am I saying? What am I talking about? It's just the whole length of the stream. It's just the stream re-uploaded. Minus, like, the intro. Oh, yes, the iPod. I literally just read a comment about... Read the chat about your iPod. Yeah, it would be funny. I just love how the no marks are pretty much gone with this thing. No stress on it whatsoever. That's my mistake. That little mark. Oops. Yeah, definitely. It's not even sharp anymore. Goodbye. Yeah, so that iPod, the times I was able to get it on the internet, all I could do was just listen to songs. Like, that was it. That's much better. But I enjoyed it. It was a fun time. And eventually, one time my brother tried getting into my iPod. Didn't know my password. Tried so many times, it locked it out for like I don't know, like 23 million hours or something like that. I don't even know how it's possible. He had YouTube access but didn't have any restrictions whatsoever. Yeah, that's crazy when parents just like, okay, here. With no restrictions. That I can't vibe with. If I'm letting my kid watch YouTube, I'm there the entire time. Because like I said, I don't know if you... I talked about it a minute ago, Audrey, but... Did you hear about, like, it was called the Elsa Gate scandal. Did you hear about that stuff? It's the caller. You did not hear about that? Okay, so... A few years ago, there were, and I'm sure they still exist today in some degree. There was a genre of YouTube content where, like, animation companies would start up in foreign countries mostly, and make animations mainly of Spider-Man and Elsa. Getting into some rather precarious predicaments Obviously, I can't mention a lot of them because, I mean, I could because, you know, YouTube doesn't give a shit about me. Because, I'm not at all on the algorithm or anything. So I can honestly just say whatever I want. I guess just because it feels awkward to talk about because of how disgusting and depraved it is. But, mainly these situations with Spider-Man and Elsa would end sexually explicit or what's the point of that? Oh, I see it. Okay. It's to fill in that little eye. I see now. Very cool. Yeah, like, and I'm talking like the most disgusting fetish kind of things you can imagine. Lots of themes around injection, pregnant, puke, oftentimes fart and poop fetishes, like really, really gross. And that kind of stuff was getting past moderation because of its tags and its appearance to be kids-based. And because auto moderation on YouTube sucks, it got passed, and a lot of kids were being exposed to really, really inappropriate content starring characters that would have been appropriate for them to consume, like Spider-Man and Elsa. So, and it wasn't just Spider-Man and Elsa, it was literally any characters you can think of, but they were the two biggest ones because, you know, Elsa is princess for girls, Spider-Man's a superhero for boys. So it was the most predatory kind of content you can imagine in terms of targeting kids, getting kids to click on them. And most of the time, these videos just autoplay. Like, they could be on, like, legitimate, like, superhero type videos, but then because they you know, obviously kids can't write or type at that age, the videos would just autoplay. So eventually, the YouTube's auto recommended would just filter in those kinds of videos, and then that's all that would come up because it's all they're watching, right? So when the word gate is added to the end of something, it's usually in reference to a scandal or something like that. Hence why it was called Elsa Gate. There's a really good, and I'm not just recommending this to you, Audrey, or anybody else in chat, because I see there's two live in the room, but I don't know if they're actually around. Could be Egg, actually. He just said he left for a second. But if you guys are watching this video afterwards, Turkey Tom has a really good video on this stuff. And it's scary because, yeah, the bulk of them at the time that this whole thing was going down are gone because, you know, they get caught and then they're gone. But the more the times change and the more that internet culture evolves, the more content there is going to be geared towards kids, right? So it's not just like Spider-Man and Elsa and superheroes that are victims to this kind of thing. It's also like video game characters. So like Five Nights at Freddy's or Poppy Playtime, for example, fell victim to it. And they also have a lot of videos made in this kind of fashion. So unfortunately, because there will always be people out there trying to capitalize on kids like that, and the fact that they can rely on laptop parents or tablet parenting to give their videos millions and millions of views because it'll be kids watching it. And when I say millions, I mean some of these videos ended up with 50 to 100, 200, 300 million views. So that is hundreds of thousands of dollars for ad revenue and stuff like that. And the longer you watch a YouTube ad, the more the creator gets paid, and kids can't figure out how to skip an ad most of the time. I know there are smart kids out there who can figure that out, but they're oftentimes able to watch the whole ad front to back, and that's just even more money for the advertisers and the channel, that they can just make more and more videos like this, and it's really scary, which is why I would never let my kids watch YouTube unless I was in the room with them, and I would want to make sure that I am next to not busy at all. Like, maybe if I'm sitting here and my kid is off to my left watching on his tablet while I'm building this. Say if I had a kid, he'd be sitting right next to me watching YouTube with me here to supervise him, because I don't need him or her running into any kind of content that I would not deem, that I myself wouldn't even watch. You are watching Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood and Mr. Rogers and Little Einstein, stuff like that. No creepy superhero fetish content bullcrap that's being advertised to kids these days. No, sir. Am I letting my kid watch that? E1 E. F. And that's just weird and wrong. Absolutely. Yeah. You're absolutely right. Weird and wrong. That's why, like I said, kids have everything handed to them these days. When you were 6, 7, 8 years old, when I was that old, the best way to have fun was to make it yourself, because video games these days, I much prefer RPG games over story-based games, even though story-based games are really, really good, right? Like The Last of Us is my favorite video game of all time, but it is a linear story-based game with very little room for customization and roleplay, right? But something with a balance of story and RPG elements, side quests and stuff like that is Fallout. Fallout is another one of my favorite games of all time. Doom Eternal doesn't have many side quests. It has like side achievements for like collecting, secrets and beating challenges and stuff. But again, another mostly story focused game that I like a lot. But I much prefer RPG games because it allows you to create your own fun. Which is why when it comes to story games, I would much rather watch them get played rather than play them myself, because they're not really it's really hypocritical for me to say, because I say I like a lot of story-based games, but I prefer to play RPG games, even though I do still play story games. You know what I mean? Like with role play games, you have a lot more fun playing them because you can do whatever you want. You can put aside the main story to do your side stuff, like build your base or go off and do side quests. It's a lot more fun that way. Which is why kid me loves Minecraft so much. Not so much anymore. Can't stand Minecraft. Don't even get me started on the Minecraft movie. Jesus Christ. What were they cooking? They weren't cooking anything. They were actually... They were doing the opposite of whatever cooking is. Whatever the opposite of cooking is. Leaving it out to rot. It's so hard to mess up Minecraft. Like, it's such a simple game to do. It would be so easy to turn into a movie. but somehow they messed it up. Have I played Terraria? Not an RPG or a story game. It's like Minecraft 2D. There's a lot of bosses you got to beat. You finally beat the boss. That's really good. No, I've never played Terraria. To me, like kid me especially, it just seemed like a off-brand Minecraft. But I realize now that would be an insult. Well, it was supposed to be at the time. But nowadays it's looking like Minecraft is an off-brand Terraria because Terraria actually looks fun. Whereas Minecraft now, it's just like the dev to creator connection does not exist anymore. We tell them we don't want the mob vote anymore because the one we vote for never ends up getting put in the game, and then they never end up adding the others. But like, come on, man, is it really that hard to put all those mobs in the game? Really shouldn't be. I'm not a game developer or anything, I can't speak on that, but certainly you're gonna upset somebody. It's inspired by Minecraft with how free you can build and stuff with like that. Yeah, that's probably the most interesting thing about, and the art style actually. I really enjoy the art style of Terraria, but all right. No, I don't know. Like, I seriously just don't understand how they messed up the Minecraft movie so much. And what's even crazier is that a couple years ago, the same guys who did Into the Spider-Verse went to Warner Brothers and they were like, hey, you know what would be awesome if we did a Batman Beyond movie but with Spider-Verse animation. And Warner Brothers was like, yeah, we don't think that would work. But like, Into the Spider-Verse being one of the greatest animated movies of all time, with the most unique art style of a animated movie in the history of animation, they said, nah, that we don't think that would work. We don't think it would really jive. And then all that just to make a Minecraft movie that looks like absolute dog shit. I cannot believe how much of a bag that Warner Brothers fumbled with that, because they've made a billion Batman movies, animated Batman movies that people love, and Batman Beyond is probably one of the coolest versions of Batman ever. He's my favorite version of Batman. And Warner Brothers was like, nah, we don't think it would do good. Brother, are you high? Allowing my kids to watch the Minecraft movie? Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, never. No, Jack Black, you are not Steve. Shut up. Get out! That's another thing. I like Jack Black, but these video game movies are not for him. Like, he was great as Bowser. I think he would have been like, he was the perfect choice for someone like Bowser. Like, Bowser is obviously this like big, huge threat. He's like the most famous, one of the most famous video game villains of all time, if not the most, yeah, the most famous video game villain of all time. And but he did always come across as like a goofy guy to me, because like he's got like the dumbest plans of kidnapping Peach, stopping Mario. He builds like the wackiest machines. I thought he was awesome, and having Jack Black as Bowser was great. but he's had 2 more video game movies coming up. Well, he had the Borderlands movie, which shouldn't even exist. And I've never even spoke to a Borderlands fan that likes it. So if you mess up a movie that bad where even the fan base doesn't like it, then that's a problem. And the same thing is showing through with Minecraft, right? Like, as much as I've removed myself from Minecraft as a whole, I still wanted it to be good. Right? Like, the prospect of a Minecraft movie still sounded interesting to me. But then they went ahead and fumbled the bag so goddamn hard. I'm like, what's even the point of watching it? Because it just looks like garbage. And the Borderlands movie I didn't watch because I was never really into Borderlands as a kid. Even though I have Borderlands 2 on the PS3, I've just never touched it. But I still wanted a Minecraft movie because I just thought it would be interesting. But my god, if I knew it would have ended up like this, I would have never ever wanted it. Because that's just sad. The way they ruined such a nice IP like Minecraft. A profitable IP like that, and they just threw it in the sink. Like they didn't even care. A22. Anyway. Thanks for keeping me company, Audrey. I really appreciate it. I never expect to do these streams to do any good, but I'm still glad when people stay and hang out. So I appreciate you staying. You gotta head out, prepare dinner. Oh, Crow's still here. Okay, he was here the whole time. Well, thanks for sticking around. I kind of wish you would have chatted more, but no worries. It's not a big deal. I kind of wish... I should phrase that differently. I kind of wish you would have made it known that you were still here. Just check in every once in a while. I was like, hey, I'm still here. Hello. And no worries. I'm glad you still stuck around. Have a good dinner, Crow. Have a good night. And I did see you say thank you, Audrey, and thank you back. Yeah, I never expect these streams to do any good, but when people do stick around, it is a good time. Even if it's just 1 or 2 people. And we're almost done anyway, with where I want to stop for tonight. We're just gonna finish the chest, and we'll head off. I've got some Honkai Star Rail grinding to get in. Fun, fun, fun. Speaking of Doom, I mentioned Doom a minute ago about story games versus RPGs. Doom is getting a new game next year, which I am very, very, very excited for. I don't think I've been this hyped for any game ever, except for maybe The Last of Us 2. And I know that game wasn't very good in terms of a sequel to one of the greatest video games of all time, but I still liked it. As a game, it was great. It improved upon the gameplay of the original immensely. But in terms of story, because it's connected to The Last of Us, the first game, the story does a disservice to the original. But I understand what they were trying to do. But still. And if they make a third one, I want it to be a prequel. About Joel's past. That'd be really nice. You know, the time in between his daughter dying and eventually meeting Ellie, that 20-year time gap. There's like a prequel game with him and Tommy. I think that would be really good. I think that would be really, really good. I just farted, excuse me. It wants me to put stickers on. Blue stickers. If the part is blue, I'm going to poop. I won't actually. Oh, it's gold. It wants me to cover up gold with this ugly blue. You guys think I'm gonna do that? No. It's not an ugly blue. I just don't like stickers. D5 and D11. Oh, actually, I might actually put the stickers on. It's only like, what, 8 stickers? It might not be good. You have to put them on. Don't you have to put them on? Yeah, the stickers. Hold up, you said something about Doom. Let me see. Oh, that's cool. I never got into Doom because I'm not good at shooters. Yeah. Even the easiest difficulty in the new Doom game is pretty difficult. I almost cut that whole thing off. I didn't want to do that. Yeah, there is definitely a demographic for shooters that doesn't meet everybody on the planet, but I enjoy Doom a lot. New game coming out next year. Too hard, rage-inducing. Yeah. That's why I have a new desk, because I punched my old one so hard. Too many times. Okay, actually, that looks good. I'm sorry for making fun of you, stickers. I was wrong on this occasion and this occasion only. Because that does actually add just enough where it looks nice. Oh yes, and the other side. Sticker 4. There we go. Yeah, it does look good, you're right. Oh! Excuse me. Is that right? Yeah. Oh, you can't see that. Apologies to anybody watching the stream afterwards that my hand might go off camera once in a while. Because I'm not used to doing this on camera, right? This is my first time ever. Actually, that's not true. I have built a model kit on stream before, but that stream was deleted. But I'm sure it went exactly like this one did, where my hand was off camera multiple times. There we go. That looks sick. D11. Oh, whoa. Did you see that? I don't know if you... Yeah, you would have seen that. He went flying. Yeah, it did. Yeah, the new Doom game. I'll have to sweep up my floor after this. Check where all those parts went. Medieval times themed. And you get a gun that grinds up the skulls of demons and shoots the fragments back at them. So, your shoulder just popped. It felt good. Yeah, nothing better than cracking your back or popping your shoulder. Here, let me give it a shot. Not the kind of crack I was looking for. Nani the fuck? What? Oh, the Doom Eternal? The new Doom game is... Oh yeah, the gun. I just said that. Yeah, it grinds up the skulls of other demons and shoots them at me. And in Doom Eternal... Am I good? Yeah, why? I just didn't get the pop out of my back that I was looking for. Doom 2, Hell Boogaloo. Hello, Connor King. Thank you for joining the stream. Yeah. In Doom Eternal, you had a chainsaw. But then the devs were like, huh, chainsaws are too advanced for medieval times. What can we do instead of a chainsaw? And then the other dev looked at the first dev and was like, hey, I got a great idea. Daruma Ken in response, okay, I know who this is. Mason. Is that you? Maybe. You going to Niagara tomorrow? Or you still have projects to work on? It's all right. Might be worth going at it with like a dark blue marker later instead of the sticker. Yeah, so the one dev looked at the other and was like, I got a great idea. You're in Indiana? Wait, am I thinking of the right person? Or am I just dumb? Don't answer that. Or are you actually in Indiana right now? Like, the Mason I'm thinking of. Okay. What are you in Indiana for? Family? For Thanksgiving? Audrey, in case you're confused, it's one of my friends from Locals. He, You're both? I'm what? I'm both what? Oh. Okay. I am both right and stupid? Is that how that works? Okay, let me finish my joke. Audrey, The one Doom dev was like, "Oh, a chainsaw is too high tech for a medieval setting. What do we do?" And then the other dev was like, "Hey, I got an idea." And then dev number one was like, "What's up?" And then the dev number two was like, "All right, let me cook." And then dev one was like, "Okay, go ahead." And then dev number two goes, "How about a shield, but with a chainsaw blade around the outside? And then you can throw it at enemies, and it bounces between them, and then comes back to you like Captain America." And then dev number one was like, "That's the stupidest idea I've ever heard. I love it." Football. What kind? The British one or American football? Go Fighting Irish. Definitely American football. Yeah, well, I'm not going to Niagara either. Because I have Thanksgiving this weekend. That's a big oversight for them, too. I doubt that event will have a good turnout. Not just because Rhoda just came out and this meta is going to be actually fucking dog shit. Because Mulcharmy Thulos is now out. Who decided to... Was this your idea, Mason? The Mulcharmies? Were they your idea? I swear to God, bro. B9, B8, F17, F17. And E216. Yeah, whoever decided to make those Mulcharmy cards needs to be on a list. Like, I actually need to speak to your mom. Because, my God. Audrey, if you're confused, do you remember the Yu-Gi-Oh card Max C? The one that lets you draw a card every time your opponent summons? And how that's banned it's banned here in TCG. But it's on Master Duel, and they have it at 2 in Japan and stuff. Do you remember that card? The card that lets you draw a card every time your opponent special summons? You remember it? Okay, well, they made 2 more. Yeah. They made 2 more. Oh, but they balanced it because... okay. The balancing is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Where if the cards in your hand at the end of the turn equal to your opponent's... if you have more cards in your hand than your opponent controls +6, you have to randomly shuffle back cards from your hand into the deck so you have the same number of cards your opponent controls +6 in your hand. Which is so... Wait. Did my stream cut off? It went back down to 1 minute. What happened? Or is it just not capable of streaming over 2 hours? What's going on? So it's so dumb. Because, like, half the time, you're not going to have a board big enough. Well, sometimes you might. But sometimes your opponent won't even need to shuffle back cards into their deck because they have less than the cards you control +6. So you pretty much just gave them... I can still see chat, yeah. It just, like, my last time I looked at the timer, I was at just about 2 hours, and now I'm at 2 minutes. Probably because my stream can't go over 2 hours. I don't know. But we're almost done anyway. B8 and 9. Oh, that's weird. Let me, hold up. Let me check. Let me check on my TV. My videos. Yeah, so sometimes you don't even have to shuffle back any of your cards. So you just gave your opponent like a draw 10, and then they just clear your whole board, and then they go full combo and they beat you. I don't know why they decided to print more draw cards like that. It just doesn't make any sense. Huh. It doesn't say I have more than one live going on. Yeah, past live streams. Nope, none. Weird. Maybe just the timer just resets. I don't know. Weird. It's still the same thumbnail too. Huh. Anyway. We'll finish up real quick anyway. Yeah, I just got no clue why they decided to print those kinds of cards. Whether or not I'll be taking a break from the format, I don't know. Master Duel isn't any better because they just have Max C. I don't know. Sometimes it can just feel like a pain to play this game. Not that I hate it. It's just sometimes the power creep just makes it unplayable. Where going first determines whether or not you lose. I sound like a Yugi boomer when I talk like that. Because like that's a lot of problems that old fans of Yu-Gi-Oh have with modern Yu-Gi-Oh is that there's almost no interaction anymore because it can be so one-sided. Which is why I prefer older formats sometimes, like Edison. Edison's so much fun. It's smaller card pool. You actually like play more than one turn. Sometimes you can have FTKs, but you like it, but it's too skill. But no, it's like maybe it's a glitch. I don't know. It's not skill based actually. Like it's a very straightforward game at its core. The problem is that because they print so many cards that are good, because they have to make every set has to have better cards in it than the last in order to make it marketable and sell, then all the good cards just become so expensive. So it's not skill based. It's more of a fact of whether or not you're willing to spend $500 to $1,000 just to play one deck. Like one of the best decks in the game right now has cards in it where just buying one of them is like $100. So it's like, are you willing to spend $300 just to have 3 cards, or do you not want to play at all? It is very much a money thing, yes. It is much more affordable in Asia because, and obviously the cards that are the best are the hardest to get because they're rarer or they print less of them. So and because this one card, Fiendsmith Engraver, is so good, and the deck you can play it in can be literally inserted into any deck and make it 50 times better. Everybody wants it. So, supply and demand. There's less of something, so it's worth more. Whereas there's more of something, it's worth less. Sometimes that's not always true. Sometimes common cards can be a lot of money. For example, I was looking to play that Fiendsmith deck when it came out, or play the cards when it came out, when it was released, when it was teased, sorry. But then I realized how much money it would be, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I want to spend this much money just to play a good deck. But I did manage to get a hold of one card that you would need for it to make it really good, and it was a common card, but it was $8 because the common was printed less than other commons, so that's called short printing. And right now I think that card is sitting around $20, so I managed to sell it and get good value out of it. But still, it's not about skill anymore. It's about having more money than your opponent does, which it's not a very fun game to play sometimes. But I still love it because I still love playing the decks that I like. Sheesh, $20 for a card is crazy. Yeah, well, like I just said, it's $100 for $100 to $130 for the Fiendsmith Engraver. But anyway, all right, and we have the head and the torso done. Look at that. Lovely. I think we made great progress. I do think that is a perfect time to stop. All right, let's pack it up. Thanks so much for sticking around, Audrey. I really appreciate it. And anybody who is watching the stream after I've already gone off, like I said already earlier in the stream, don't get upset at yourself that you missed it. There will be more. Join the Discord in the description and all over the channel. You'll be notified every time that I go live, as well as if you comment, subscribe, and all that, notifications on, you'll be notified even further, so you'll never have to miss a video again if you can help it. Whoopsie. So, thank you so much for watching if you stayed this long. I know, Audrey, you did stay in for quite a bit, so I appreciate you. Thanks for coming around, and it's also nice getting to see you, since we haven't talked in a little bit. Because during the week, I'm busy, that's when you're off, and during the weekend, I have my tournaments, or I have family stuff, or I'm preparing to go into nights. So, not always free in that regard, but I am glad we were able to hang out in stream today. So thank you for being here. To anybody else watching after stream, who was here and is trying to watch the rest of it, you guys didn't miss much. It was just me kind of yapping about Yu-Gi-Oh! And video games, but that's kind of expected for live streams. You just yap about whatever. So thanks so much for coming around. You're welcome, Josh. Thank you. I appreciate you, Audrey. I'm glad I got a chance to see you again. Anyway, might do part 2 of this stream tomorrow or Sunday, depending on when I'm free. We are having our dinner tomorrow, so probably not. Maybe Monday. Maybe Monday I'll come back. But if not, I'm on afternoons this week, so I won't have a stream through the week. Maybe you'll see me again on Saturday next week or something. I don't know. The point is, I won't be building any of this off stream without you guys, so you won't miss a beat. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to join the Discord down in the description if you haven't already. Like, comment, and subscribe with notifications turned on. You'll be notified whenever I upload a video. If you join the Discord, you will also be notified. I put out a ping every time I go live or upload a video. And that is it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining stream, Audrey, and anybody else who was in stream while I was live. And thanks to anybody who watched all the way to the end to this very long video. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.